Hello, welcome once again to Esomnofu online math class. Today we're going to discuss a very interesting topic in mathematics known as construction. This topic is quite essential for WAEC students and BSS students as it comes out every year in the examination. Okay, kindly hit the red button to subscribe to my channel. It gives you notification whenever a new video is uploaded. Okay, in construction, there are quite important instruments we use in making a construction work, of which a few of them are your ruler. You can use a meter rule to make straight lines and edges. You can use your compass to draw circles and arcs. You can use a protractor to measure angles, okay, and your pencil and some other drawing instruments. So all these things, if put in place, will help you to make a nice construction work. And our target is to construct plane shapes. Our center of attention in this video must be on how to construct a triangle. But before you will be able to construct a triangle, you must first of all know how to construct an angle, as every triangle must have an angle in it. Okay, and if you don't know how to construct an angle properly, it becomes almost impossible for you to fix the angle in the triangle very well. So today we're going to learn how to draw some special angles, how to construct them, of which 60 degrees is part of the special angle. There are numerous of them, but let us start with the construction of angle 60 degrees. Now, the first step you take if you want to construct angle 60 degrees is to foremostly draw a straight line of any length. Now, let's draw a straight line. Make sure your line is very straight. If the line is not straight, it affects your angle. It affects the size of your angle. Now, having made this straight line, get your compass. Place the pin at the center or a point in the line that seems as if it is center. Even if it's not exactly the center, just place the pin properly. Then with your compass, mark a semicircular arc that will cut the line, just like I have done. Now remove this compass. Don't adjust it at all. If you adjust it, you have altered the size of this angle. Okay, at this point, where the arc is cutting the straight line, or at the other point, any of the point is okay. Alright? Place the pin there and mark another arc. Ensure that the arc you are marking is cutting the semicircular arc you've made before. Then carefully remove your compass and place it safely. Okay. Note the center where the pin of the compass had made a hole on your line. Then note also the point of intersection of the two arcs. Carefully use your ruler and join the 2 points together. So this size angle here is angle 60 degrees. And even if you use a protractor to measure it, you must always get 60 degrees. So it is real and correct. That's how to make angle 60 degrees. Okay, now we move into the construction of angle 30 degrees. Alright, as usual, if you want to make angle 30 degrees, just draw a straight line again. Okay, now bear in your mind that angle 30 means dividing 60 by 2. So for you to get angle 30 degrees, you must make 60 degrees, okay? So after drawing your straight line, you can choose any size of the compass. Then place the pin at the center and carefully mark a semicircular arc to get 60 first. Then remove it, place it at the other point and mark another arc. This point is the point of angle 60 degrees, okay? But you don't want 60, we want to construct angle 30. But you've known that to make angle 30 degrees, I need to bisect angle 60 degrees. Mind you that bisection means a way or a process of dividing an angle or a side into two equal parts. Not just two parts, but two equal parts. Okay, so to bisect this 60 degrees, I have to consider 2 points. And what are the points? The points I have to consider are this point 1 and these 2 points. It is this distance that gives us angle 60 degrees. So I will bisect the two distance. You are free to adjust this time around. Place the pin at the first point. Mark an arc. Remove it. Don't adjust once you've made the first arc. Any adjustment made on this will alter the size of the angle 30. Then place at the other point. Mark an arc. You observe that the two arcs will intersect at a point. This point of intersection is known as the meeting point, which we are going to draw to join at the center of the semicircle where your compass must have made an opening or a mark. So you join together to the center. So this distance here is our 30 degrees. So it is very, very simple to make angle 30 degrees, okay? Now let's go on to 90 degrees. Okay, so let's move into the way of constructing angle 90 degrees. Just know that 90 is half of 180 degrees. And you know that the angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. So whenever I draw a straight line, I've made angle 180. So dividing the straight line which I have drawn into two equal parts will give me angle 90 degrees. So let's draw a straight line which is the angle 180 degrees. So this straight line is automatically 180 degrees. So to make 90, I have to bisect it. But look at the way you do it. First of all, make a small semicircular arc. Remove it. You are free to adjust. Then place at the first point here. Mark an arc. Don't shake it once you have placed at the first point. Go to the other point. Mark another arc. Then remove it and keep your compass safely. Get your ruler. The point of intersection of the two arcs should be joined to the center of the semicircular arc where the pin of your compass must have made a hole. So you join them together. You can increase. So this angle here is angle 90 degrees. Okay, now we can still make 45 immediately from 90 degrees without wasting time. Because you know that when I divide 90 degrees into two equal parts, I'm getting angle 45 degrees. So let us from this 90 get 45 degrees immediately without wasting time. Okay, now to do that, you can decide where you want the 45 degrees to be. Okay, so if you want it to face here, it's okay. If you want it to face here, it's okay. But let us make it face this side. Therefore, this is the size of angle from here till here that gave me 90 degrees. Hence, I'm going to bisect this size to get angle 45 degrees. So I have to place it here, mark an arc. I'll remove without adjusting it, place at the other point and mark another arc. You will observe that the two arcs I have marked must meet at a particular point. So from this point of intersection, I will draw again to join to the center. So this angle here now is 45 degrees. That is how to make so many angles. Any angle you've made, you can bisect it to get the smaller size. If I want to bisect 45 degrees, I can still get 22 degrees. Okay, so the next thing we do now is to construct just one more angle, then we go into triangle proper. Okay, so finally, let's see how we can make angle 105 and 75 degrees. there are so many angles that can be constructed, like 120, like 150, like 135, so many of them, but they are quite simple to construct. So for the sake of time, let's just see how we can make 105 degrees and 75 degrees. So you know that since you've learned how to make 90 degrees and 45 degrees, if you add 90 to 45, you are getting 135. As simple as that. But now, if I want to get 105 or 75, look at the trick I will follow. I'll first of all draw a straight line. Okay, after the straight line, to get 105, I will need 90 and 60 degrees at the same time. So on this straight line, let us make 90 and 60. Alright, so to make 90, I'll make this arc. Okay, now I'm free to adjust it to make 90. So I'll adjust. At this point, I'll mark an arc. I'll remove. At the other point, I'll mark another arc. I'll remove it. So I've got my 90 degrees now. So let's get 60. Remember the procedure for 60. You must ensure that you first of all make a semicircular arc. Okay. After you must have made a semicircular arc, remove the compass. Don't adjust this. Then place at a point here and mark an arc. Then remove it. Join together at the center. This is the center here. I will join this line here to the center. This is 90. I'll also join this to the center. And this is 60 degrees. So this one is 60 degrees, while this is 90 degrees. But I know that the space between 90 and 60, 90 and 60 is 30 degrees, okay? So this size here, from this point to this point, is 30 degrees. I can bisect this 30 degrees, and when I bisect 30 degrees, I'll get 15 degrees, okay? So let me bisect this 30 degrees here. You can choose to place it anywhere here. I mark an arc, I remove it, place at the other point, and mark another arc. There must be a point of intersection of these two arcs I've made. From that point, draw to the center of the arc, the semicircular arc you've made initially. Okay, so you see how carefully I've bisected this. Now, I have now known that the difference between this 60 and the center is 15 degrees. Since here is 60 and here is 90, and I divided the difference between 90 degrees and 60 degrees, which is 30 degrees, the distance from here to here. Dividing this distance into 2 will give me 15 degrees. So here, from here to here is 15, and from here to here again is another 15 degrees. Therefore, when I add 15 to 60 already made here, I am getting 75 degrees. Therefore, this distance is 75 degrees. Also, from here to here is 90. I added 15 to 90. That gives me 105. Then from here to here is another 105 degrees. And do we understand again that sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees? So if here is 75, here should be 105, such that 75 plus 105 will give us 180 degrees. At this juncture, let us see how we can construct a triangle. Thank you. Okay, at this juncture, we want to construct a triangle. Just one triangle for this episode. So subsequently, every week, other episodes will come out so that you see how you can construct triangles and other plane shapes very well. Now, to construct a triangle, there are so many cases. You can construct a triangle when two sides and an angle is given. You can construct a triangle when the three sides are given no angle. You can also construct a triangle when two angles and a side is given. So today we are going to make one where two sides and an angle is given. Okay, and look at the question on the board here. The question says, construct triangle ABC in which line AB is 6 cm, line BC is 7 cm, and the angle ABC is 60 degrees. Measure line AC. To do this, you have to make a rough work. The rough work will guide you on how your constructed shape, or the shape you're about to construct, will look like. So I've just come to my rough and make a rough. I might decide to say A, B, C, for instance. Remember, I am calling this my rough. Now I'm told that AB is 6 cm. Which means here I write 6 cm. BC is 7 cm. BC is 7 cm, and the angle at B, the central letter is the angle being mentioned. So the 60 degrees should be somewhere here, 60 degrees. So the triangle we are going to construct will not be far from this rough work I have made here. So I'll just be looking at my rough work and be constructing the shape. First of all, get your ruler and draw a straight line. Okay, let it be long. Don't even measure it. Okay, a straight line. Now keep your ruler and get your compass. With your compass, measure out 7 cm, because we are told that here is 7 cm from your ruler. Okay, I'll place it on my ruler and measure out 7 cm. I've measured out mine. Okay, so this is now 7 cm. Place it at any point on the line you've made and mark a semicircular arc. Just mark an arc to cut off this line you've drawn. Remember, I sheeted this side. The space here is smaller than the space here. The reason is because I want my angle to be here according to the rough I have made. Then I will remove this without adjusting it, put the pin at the other side and mark another arc. Okay, then I will remove it. I'll tag here B and tag here C. Under it I'll write 7 cm. Then after this, I will measure again, because I know that this side is 6 cm according to the rough I've made and the question as well. So I will go again, measure out 6 cm starting from 0. So I've measured out 6 cm now. You place it at this point where that B is starting. Look at it, 6 cm. Then mark an arc. Mark an arc. Okay. Once you've made this arc, you are free to keep your compass or adjust it. The angle that is here, according to the question, is 60 degrees. Therefore, construct angle 60 degrees to lie on this point here. And remember to construct 60. I taught you in this video. Put the pin of the compass at the center where you want the angle to lie. Then turn to make a semicircular arc. Having made the arc, don't adjust this. Remember, we want the triangle to face this way according to the triangle. So I don't need to make my 60 this side because it's not looking like the shape I've made. So I'll put the pin here and mark an arc to cut this semicircular arc I've made here. Then join this arc I have made to the center. But the essence of this arc we marked here ab initio is to tell us that here is the 6 cm we need, and once we get to that point we must stop. We shouldn't exceed it. So as I'm drawing this, once I touch that line I will stop. Okay, first of all, I have got my 60 degrees, but I need to reach up to 6 cm as required. So this will tell me we have to stop, because without this arc I will continue going without knowing my destination. But this 6 cm here, which I have measured and marked, will tell me that whenever I reach at this point, I'm going to stop. So immediately write 60 degrees, okay? And here is 6 cm. Then having done that, you've almost finished doing the task. From this point, use your ruler and join to the other point where you have the C to complete the triangle. Then you join from here to here. Finish, then call here your word, 8. You have just constructed the required shape. Then they ask a question that you should measure AC. To measure AC, place the pin of your compass at A, adjust it to the point of C, then don't shake it. Go to your ruler, place it, whatever length it gives you is the size of the length AC that you want to make. So you go to your ruler, place it, whatever it gives you is the size of the length you want to make. At this point in time, I'm coming to the end of this episode. Remember to subscribe to my channel. This will give you notification whenever a new video is out. Okay, expect the next episode next week. Thank you.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.